Yo guys, we're back again with another stream. Today we're gonna play the Outer Worlds Specials Choice Edition. भाई इसकी माँ का इतना छोटा नाम उसका. Hope you guys doing well. Okay, well मैंने इसका वो चला के ऑडियो सेटिंग कम तो कर दिए थे. लगता है कुछ ज़्यादा ही कम हो गया. 70%. अभी 70% रखता हूँ. देखते हैं इन गेम कितना साउंड वो सब आ रहा है, डायलॉग्स वगैरह का. और क्या क्या सेटिंग है इसके. ग्राफिक्स के तो मैंने कर लिया है 60+, नहीं 60 FPS पे रखता है. वर्टिकल सिंक ये ऑफ रखना है. फिडेलिटी एफेक्ट्स मेरा है नहीं, FSR AMD का है मेरा, तो NVIDIA का है. तो DLSS का इसमें ऑप्शन नहीं. माउस सेंसिटिविटी कम ही रखनी पड़ेगी. एमिंग सेंसिटिविटी तो पता नहीं है, उसका भी कम कर ही देते हैं. गेम प्ले में वो बात का दिखना रहा. कन्वर्जेशन, हाँ विजिबिलिटी और सब. सबटाइटल्स ट्यूटोरियल से गेम प्ले में प्लेयर एंड सिनेमैटिक. ऑडियो में कहाँ है? हाँ वो सिनेमैटिक सबटाइटल्स. Let's go, new game. Story is the mode if you enjoy combat in story mode and as well as story mode पे मैं RR नहीं चाहिए. So let's continue.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment.
अबे के लिए तो ऑडियो
With
सही
only a
है.
minor term of service, you will
भाई वो
become the
संकर दे
master
देता
of
हूँ.
your own destiny when you
कभी
go
कभार
out
ये
of this
येलो के ऊपर जा
world
रहा
to the Halcyon colony.
है. Top secret. गेम तो इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है. मैंने गेम प्ले भी इसका देखा था. ऑफ लैंडिंग में 052 बटन बिगड़ गया. ये कौन मोस्ट वांटेड है क्या? फिनिश और स्टेटस फ्यूजिटिव वांटेड बाय, हाँ वांटेड ही क्राइम्स. क्या क्राइम किया इसने?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
ये इन सबको यहाँ पे जमा क्यों रखा है स्क्रीन की तरफ? क्या करना है? ओके, कैरेक्टर क्रिएशन ऐसा है इसका. बॉडी स्ट्रेंथ एवरेज. ये क्या है? डेक्सटेरिटी. अच्छा डेक्सटेरिटी. एक्सरे एफएक्स, मेlee अटैक स्पीड एंड रेंज, वेपन रीलोड स्पीड. अच्छा स्ट्रेंथ. ये क्या? माइंड इंटेलिजेंस, क्रिटिकल हिट बोनस. थोड़ा बहुत वो कुछ हैक वगैरह ऐसा कुछ होएगा तो उसमें भी काम आएगा. गत्ती असल जाना. गत्ती सेशन ऑफ एथेक्स हो गया. चार्म. हाँ एबिलिटी कूलडाउन्स सभी में चाहिए हमें.
Must remember not to sneeze near you.
गुड गुड सभी में यूज कर ही लेते सभी गुड कर लेते और क्या 0-0 हो गया 6 टोटल है इसके ये 6 पॉइंट पे थे हमारे पास या फिर कुछ ज्यादा कर लूँ मैं इसमें क्या है अफेक्टेड हाँ ये चार्म वगैरह मतलब लाई करने का परस्यूट साइंस ये सब इंटेलिजेंस में लॉन्ग गन्स हैक वाला भी है साइंस भी है परसेप्शन में डॉज लॉन्ग गन्स लॉक पिक सब कुछ काम का ही है कोई ऐसा है नहीं सब कुछ काम करेंगे कोई नहीं चलो ना देखते हैं आगे मीली में क्या इसमें पॉइंट रिमेनिंग 0 बता रहा है इसमें पॉइंट क्या है इसमें पॉइंट अवेलेबल 2 बता रहा है पर कोई सिलेक्ट करने का नहीं यार इसके भी बता रहा है क्या है तो देंगे दे दो तो अभी वापस यार क्या होता रहता है कि
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
ओके इस पे सिलेक्ट करना है जो
A pugilist. How exciting.
क्रिटिकली हैंडल ओके रेंज में नहीं चाहिए डिफेंस में
You could have been a goalie for a tossball team.
डिफेंस वगैरह का नहीं डायलॉग अल्टीमेट स्नेक हैक
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
दोनों को कर लेते हैं
If you wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
देख ले एप्टीट्यूड
You're better off without an indenturement contract. You must have been brilliant at organizing stationery.
अच्छा क्या कैरेक्टर बनना है ऐसे
No discernible
Colonist.
aptitude? We'll see about that.
टेक्नीशियन जीरो पे पता नहीं क्या क्या है इसमें कैशियर तो नहीं बना कंस्ट्रक्शन
This colony does love its elevators.
फार्मर फूड डिटेक्टिव
You've got a cast iron digestive system.
ये फूड वाला
You
बनता है
are technically assisting me.
जेंडर फीमेल नहीं मेल ऑलवेज निचला बनने में कोई जस्ट इस कौन सा रखा है चाइनीज कोरियन के ये कौन सा प्रजाति ये भी टिकटॉक है आई कलर पहले चेंज कर लाल लाल बहुत ही डरावना लग रहा है एक सही है ये सही है ये अफ्रीकन है बस इतने पैसे ये तो नहीं लग रहा एवरेज ऐसा लग रहा है ये भी ठीक है तो ये वाला सही लगे फिर पता नहीं इसमें बियर्ड वगैरह ये सही क्वेश्चन ये भी ठीक ठाक है ये भी सही है गेम के हिसाब से ऐसे कैरेक्टर ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि कोई रोल प्ले तो हम कर नहीं रहे जो देखिए सही है ये सही लगा रहा है अभी के लिए स्किन टोन यस हाँ वो भी स्किन टोन के हिसाब से भी फिर चेंज होगा डार्क येलो काला होता जा रहा है फर्क तो नहीं है एक ही स्किन टोन 3 बार रिपीट हो रहा ऐसा ही है ये रखते हैं कलर तो हाँ कलर पे भी वो थोड़ा चेंज होगा फिर कौन से लगाते हैं पूरा प्ले ये भी सही है मेरे भी आईआरएल ऐसे ही है, थोड़ा बहुत डार्क से गेम्स पिल्स केवल गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी। ओ भाई प्रोजेक्टर हेडलाइट्स। ये भी सही लग रही है इसके इंट्रो के हिसाब से। ये रखते हैं, कभी ऐसे रखी नहीं मैंने। कौन सी 15 कौन सी मैंने चूज की थी? ये रहे सही है। लाइट तो हॉरिजॉन्टल क्या है? अच्छा बीच का आईब्रो तो सही है, आई से इसका देखते हैं। ये भी सही है। वर्टिकल ये सही है। जो थोड़ा सा लंबा करके ये इसका मेड है। क्या करते हैं? हाँ माउंट से इसके। अच्छा माउंट वर्टिकल भी ये वो सब पे मोस्ट साइज। पकौड़ा जैसा नहीं रखना है सही। थोड़ा है इसके ऊपर ये बस स्टील के। ओह कैंगरू स्वीट। इसमें सांस लेने में तकलीफ ये सही है। पूरे के पूरा हवा खींच लेगा। ये सही है चले। सही सही है नहीं चढ़ा हुआ है इसके मतलब सही लग रहा है मेरे। इतना रखता कंफ्यूज हो रहा है। ये सही है कोई नहीं, मेरे को ठीक लग रहा है। चिक्स हॉट चिक्स। हाँ बीच में रखते हैं सही है। बिलियंस ये हेयर में क्या है? हेयर स्टाइल छपरी जैसा नहीं रखना। हेयर क्वालिटी इसमें वैसे सही दे रखी है। छपरी नहीं नो छपरी ये तो ये सही है नॉर्मल। ये कौन सा था? 5 नंबर ये रखते फर्स्ट है। ये लड़के के क्यों दिखा रहे हैं? हमने मेल सिलेक्ट किया था तो ठीक है तो जैसा लग रहा है ये ठीक ठाक है। एक मिनट इसका हेयर का कलर चेंज कर देता हूँ। कॉपर जैसा है ये ब्लू कलर। काला कहाँ से हो रहा है? ये डार्क ये सही लग रहा है। थोड़ा ग्रेइश हो गया पूरा बुढ़ा। ये भी ठीक है डार्क ब्राउन तो पूरा कॉपर जैसा लग रहा है। छोटी ये सही है तो ऐसा डिसेंट सा हेयर स्टाइल। ये भी ठीक ठाक है। ये भी सही है ऊपर से साइड में सब। कौन सा प्रो कट है सब? ये कैसे लगा? ये रखते हैं अंकल। ये सही है, मैं जब कोई बाल ही नहीं इसकी माँ। ये भी सही है। अभी फेशियल का एक देखते हैं, ये ऐसे शॉर्ट रखते हैं, फर्क तो पड़ेगा नहीं कुछ, बाल ही नहीं। ये रखा था ना आईब्रो स्टाइल में, पतले आईब्रोस, ये मोटे आईब्रो सही है। ब्रोस क्रिएटर कट क्रिएशन इसमें सही लग रहा है मेरे को, दूसरे गेम से अब तक जितने खेले उस हिसाब से। ये सही है, मोटे आईब्रोस। ये थोड़ा चिंतित तो हो गया वैसा, डिप्रेशन वाला लग रहा है। से नहीं, इसका फेस के हिसाब से ये कौन से कट है भाई, ये सही है भाई, आईब्रो में भी ऐसे कट दे रखे हैं। ओ भाई इसमें टैटू जैसा बना है, ये मेरे जैसा आईब्रो है, ये मेरे आईब्रो जैसा ही है। वायरल है, बिना आईब्रो का रखते हैं, ठीक है सब कुछ है। इसको कैंसर हो गया है कैंसर वाला पेशेंट खेल रहे हैं भाई, इसे मजाक नहीं उड़ाना चाहिए, सॉरी गाइस, बहुत ही गंभीर बीमारी है, मजाक नहीं करना चाहिए। ये सही है बस, ये सही है बराबर है। जब फेशियल हेयर 2 3, ये क्या गरीब जैसा, अच्छा इसका कलर भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा ना। ये वो इसका डच बियर्ड है ये, ओह ये तो एग्जैक्ट मेरे जैसा ही लग रहा है, मेरा भी ऐसा ही है, बियर्ड में रखता हूँ। ओह थोड़ा, ये भी सही है, एयर क्वालिटी ठीक ठाक है इसका, मतलब इतना भी खराब नहीं है, थोड़ा वो चमकीला है वो थोड़ा, तो इसमें खराब ही नहीं लगा, बस इतनी है बियर्ड। अरे ये ऑप्शन कम है इसका बियर्ड के, तो ये रखना पड़ेगा, या तो ऐसा है बियर्ड रखो, बिना बियर्ड का रखो एकदम, ये तो गरीब जैसा लग रहा है। इसका कलर फिर चेंज करते हैं, ज्यादा ब्लैक लग रहा है, फिर बाल की स्टाइल हम चेंज कर दें। हेयर में कलर अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है इसके लिए, ये तो क्या है एकदम वो लाल लाल पान थूका हो किसी ने बालों पे। छपरी छपरी हेयर स्टाइल नहीं रखना, ब्लोंड भी सही है, ये सूट करता है। तो ये सही लग रहा है डार्क ब्राउन, इसमें डार्क ब्राउन फिर ये भी लग रहा है। इस नंबर हमने वैसे भी देखा था, येट का यार इसमें ऑप्शन नहीं है इतना, तो थोड़ा डिसअपॉइंट किया। बीएड का तो थोड़ा बहुत तो देना चाहिए था, ऐसा फुल बीएड ये सही है, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है ये बीएड के इसमें, ये नहीं लग रहा, देखो ये पता नहीं ऐसे चूहे ने कुतर दिए वैसे बीएड, इसके हिसाब से हेयर स्टाइल भी थोड़ा रखना पड़ेगा, टकला रखे। वाह, टकला सही लग रहा है। तो कलर चेंज करो। हाँ ऊपर ला वो ऐसे कम है ना, तो नीचे भी रेडिश दिखना चाहिए, काला काला नहीं लग रहा सही। ये सही है। स्किन के वो कलर के हिसाब से, वो सब कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से रेड होना चाहिए। डार्क अच्छा नहीं लग रहा। एक कलर मेरे को चेंज करना है, तो फिर इसे अच्छा भी। ओ इसकी मांगो प्रोजेक्टर हेडलाइट्स, ये सही लग रहा है। कभी ऐसा यूज नहीं किया मैंने। कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ मैं, देखता हूँ फिर भी एक बार देख लेता हूँ। सो ये तो पर्पल जैसा। करूँगा इसे ब्लैक रखूँ, चलेगा ये वाला। फीचर्स में गया मेकअप, इसकी माँ का ये सब भी इसमें। ये क्या मेल में ये सब ऑप्शन क्यों दे रहे हैं, ये समझ में नहीं है। मेल को थोड़ी ना ये सब। हाँ ये सही है, स्किन डिजीज हो रखा है सब, सब डिटेल सही है। मार मार के मैंने ट्रेनिंग कर दी है इसको, ये सब सही है। कुत्ते ने काट लिया उसे, पूरा सफेद। नाक में से खून निकल रहा है। डर्ट थोड़ा सा लगना चाहिए। नहीं ये सब स्कार देखते हैं, कोई ऐसा डरावना ऐसा लग रहा है थोड़ा। नहीं है स्कार को इतना एज में क्या, इसकी माँ का बुढ़ा लग रहा है। ये सही है, इसका फेस का अपने कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से बुढ़ा सही लग रहा है। मीट वाला है, ये सही है। नेक्स्ट क्या करना है, नेम। व्हाट्स योर नेम? लूकस वाईटी। WHYT, yes. Accept. Summary. ये सही है। ओके गुड टू गो। बहुत टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना भाई, आधा घंटा इसी में चला जाएगा।
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
अच्छा ये मैं कुछ ये छोड़ा ना है, पता नहीं।
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers.
Bootlickers.
Initiate skip jump.
There are two orbiting laboratory testing.
Status: structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. If drive
Shit.
inoperable.
हम पे कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं, बीडीएसएम नहीं करेगा ना कि बुड्ढा?
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. The colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
इसकी माँ का काम भेज दिया।
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also...
हाँ अभी पुल रहा है 5% कम कर सबटाइटल्स को क्या सिनेमैटिक सबटाइटल वो नहीं चाहिए
outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
ये कहाँ भेज दिया बम चलेगा ना
You've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
वाह क्या सीन है इसकी माँ का सेंसिटी 10 पे रखा फिर भी इतनी ज़्यादा
Won't mind you taking his ship.
अभी ठीक है
Better you than the board.
थोड़ी है या डीपीआई ज़्यादा रखता होगा मेरा सेंसिटी हाँ अभी ठीक है
Not sure I trusted the
वाह क्या सीन है भाई
fellow.
ग्राफिक्स का क्या है इसमें हाई क्वालिटी भी है कुछ
On my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
सही है थोड़ा ये फ्लेम्स का वो नहीं है बाकी ये सब टेक्सचर वगैरह भी सही है अभी खराब नहीं है ओवरऑल ऐसे क्वालिटी सही है इसके ये हट के बाद कुट्टी चाट के बाद सही लग रहा है भाई सीनरी आसपास का ओह शिट भाई क्या व्यू है कौन सा प्लेनेट है भाई मस्त दिख रहा है पता नहीं स्ट्रीम पे कैसा दिख रहा होगा मुझे तो अपनी स्क्रीन पे एकदम सेक्सी व्यू लग रहा है तो ठीक है मस्त है चंद्रमा जैसा प्लांट मस्त दिख रहे हैं एकदम नजदीक से हमें कहाँ जाना है कि वहाँ पे स्पेस बार से जंप और ओके ये कौन सा प्रजाति है कंट्रोल ओके, लेफ्ट कंट्रोल दबा के टैप कर सकते हैं। इससे दौड़ के जाना। इसमें से कुछ मिले, अच्छा ले सकते हैं। ये बेचारा खाना बनाते बनाते छूट गया। अरे ये तो मारने का है इसमें। एक मिनट में कंट्रोल देख लूँ किससे मिली वो सब है। इट की बैंडिंग वो स्टेप लुकअप डाउन जंप स्प्रिंट। इसको ना कर देता हूँ तो स्प्रिंट ओवर वो नहीं करना। रीसेंट ट्रैक रिलोड स्टर और ओके माउस सही है। ओके क्विक मिली टी साइड का बटन ओके हेलो रे ओके। वो तो मेरे को देख के भाग गई भाई। तेरा भाई का खौफ है देख रहा है। अरे हाँ मैंने कंट्रोल चेंज किया। मैं सोच रहा हूँ ये लग के नहीं कर, खुद ही कंट्रोल मैंने चेंज किया, खुद ही भूल गया मैं। ये क्या हो रहा है? ये क्या एल्यूसिनेशन जैसा हो गया?
You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
अच्छा फ्रोजन हो गया था थोड़ी देर के लिए। क्या साइड इफेक्ट? मरेगा तो कुछ ही। हेल्थ तो इसके कम हुई है वैसे, कूदना तो पड़ता है इसको। अच्छा ये ट्यूटोरियल के हिसाब से ऐसे गिरेगा तो है गार्ड।
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
क्या है मेडिकल स्टिल आई पेच यू अप। व्हाट हैपेंड टू यू?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
You are hiding in a cave and you block off the exit. You are as good as dead.
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Sure, I got a better idea in your gun. I get so well. Someone grabbed the patient. You're an idiot. Give me a gun before.
You'd better take my gun then. Careful, it's worth more to the company than I am. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
Spacer's Choice.
Yes, nailed it that time.
Can you tell me, do you know anything about the hope?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
इसको ही मार दे। ओए ये मर गया। ये सच में मर गया इसकी माँ का। मुझे लगा ये फ्रेंडली मेरे से नहीं करेगा। मर गया बेचारा। एक मिनट गाइस। मैं तो ऐसे मजाक में गोली चला दी देखने के लिए मरता है कि नहीं। अरे यार बेचारा ने हमारी मदद की और हमें उसने मार दिया। इसलिए बोलते थे भरोसे वाले ही ग्रोसरी वाले होते हैं। बेचारा ऐसे एक तो मरने की हालत में था। ऐसे अच्छा है हमने उसको मुक्ति दे दी। अरे मुक्ति का क्या भाई मुक्ति आराम जाती। हाँ क्या करना, आर्मर मिल गया, इसका एमो कहाँ पे? ये तो इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है। इसे भी मैं स्टोरी मोड ही रखा है, ये कर में आ रहा नीचे इसको। ओ फट रहा है, फट रहा है।
What just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
वाह ये सेंसिटिव भी सही है, एम डाउन वाली। ओह इसका भी सिनेमैटिक बता रहे भाई। व्हाट टू सी इट शुड दी है चिपकली, इसको नहीं पता। इसका मस्त है एकदम स्लो सिनेमैटिक हमें बताएं। इसको ये हेलुसिनेशन कुछ हो रहा है, टाइम ये टिपिकल टाइम हेलुसिनेशन ड्यू टू पता नहीं। अच्छा हम यूज कर सकते हैं स्लो मोशन इफेक्ट तो है। अच्छा ये एनिमी है, रेड आता है तो एनिमी। ये कौन है? अच्छा इमोरोडस पीछे पहुंच गया, मेरे को पता भी नहीं चला। क्या कोका कोला क्या था? क्या क्या बड़े उठा ले रे बाबा, उठा ले भैया संतरे। ओह ये कौन सा केला है भाई? अच्छा पता नहीं, वो उससे कुछ चाबी मिली गया था, पहले तो ओपन नहीं हो रहा था। यार मरा नहीं इसका। अच्छा आर्मर की आर्मर तो आर्मर क्या बोल, एम तो सही है भाई इसमें। वो कहाँ? अच्छा मर के ये ही है यहाँ पे। पीएसपी से ही है अभी तक, कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही, स्मूथ चल रहा है गेम, स्टटर नहीं हुआ अभी तक। हालांकि हमारा स्ट्रीमिंग भी चालू है और इसका क्वालिटी भी एकदम हाई पे। लास्ट की रेटिंग मिल नहीं, कोई नहीं बड़े बने। क्वालिटी तो सही है बस, मजा आ रहा है खेलने में। तो देखते हैं आगे क्या आता है।
Hey, get over here before you get yourself killed.
वाह यहाँ पे हम मुझे बचाने नहीं आ सकते। ये कौन है भाई? मेंढक जैसा। अच्छा मास्क कैसे? क्वालिटी तो सही है कॉस्ट्यूम वगैरह की। इसका ब्राइटनेस थोड़ी इसका है और वैसे भी 38%, 50% में तो एकदम वाइट वाइट हो रहा है। थर्टी 38% था ना, इसको 30% करके देखते हैं। 30% तो ज्यादा वो डार्क जैसा लग रहा है। 35 करके देखते हैं।
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse,
मैडम ओके,
landing
ऊपर के भी बाल
violators.
भी घूम रहे हैं।
Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
I'd slap him with a gun if he weren't for his murder. I just a landing violation, let it go. So I had found one of 15 minutes older minigun. Already dealt with a few of these, but I'm not impressed.
Really? How is he?
पूछ रही हो कैसा है, क्या बोले इसको, हमने ही टक्का दी।
Well, that's a relief. You don't want to know how much paperwork's involved in
झूठ ही
paying
बोलना
off a
पड़ेगा ना।
gravesite fee. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
स्ट्रेचिंग करना है, सही है। I just push it back, do special choice card break down from a challenge lie. I bet you would get this word to tell you where the owner of the ship is. Guess I had to give you a 0 marks. Don't worry, sit that I क्या करूँ इसको? इंटिमिडेट करूँ, लाई करूँ, परसेट कर
Well,
दूँ?
sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
वो तो मार के चले गया भाई, क्या नल्ला है ये। एक मारा उसने मर गया। वो तो ये प्लास्टिक का बना है क्या? ओह, इसका तो ये पूरा एकदम भिखारी जैसा बना दिया, पैर वैर काट के इसको। अब तो भीख भी नहीं मांग सकता ये, गला भी काट दिया। पैरों में, ओ पैरों में से भी कुछ मिल रहा है भाई, क्या बात है। लाश होके भी काम आ रहा है। अच्छा मैं इसके ऊपर खड़ा था, मुझे लगे पैर, नहीं नहीं पैरों के ऊपर मैंने इसको किया पॉइंट, लेग्स के ऊपर पॉइंट किया तभी तो वो लूटने का ऑप्शन है। यहाँ पर तो ऐसे जंप कर रहा है, ग्रेविटी ऐसा है नहीं। यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन है, कौन सा प्लैनेट है ये? अर्थ ही, अर्थ जैसा तो लग नहीं रहा। हम सांस कैसे ले पा रहे? टेक्नोलॉजी है, बता क्या करना। ये फूल में से कुछ निकले? चलो ये स्पेसशिप पे जाते हैं। इटम हमारा वेट कर रही है।
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
लेवल 2 लेवल तो है बस, क्या है। You've been promoted. Thank you. Villager. अच्छा इसमें oh points available 10. ये कर सकते हैं, तो सही है। स्टेट का लीडरशिप एक ये बढ़ा देते हैं, स्टेट बढ़ा देते हैं, अच्छी बढ़ा देते हैं, मिली भी बढ़ा देते हैं। मिली का अभी कुछ काम नहीं। कुछ काम नहीं है। लीडरशिप तो बढ़ा है ना। कोई नहीं, ठीक है भाई। क्या क्या कैरेक्टर में क्या पर्क्स? अच्छा क्या क्या टफनेस, स्लो द वर्ल्ड, the only person could it's okay you do yes again lone wolf मैंने सेव नहीं किया। It's अभी थोड़ा डार्क लग रहा है इसके फेवरेट्स परसेंट बढ़ा लेकर
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench. Marauder, please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
देखते हैं ना पूरा मुआयना करते
All doors are on security lockdown. Nice try, Marauder. Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder.
सेंसिटिव बढ़ा लेते हैं माउस का अभी ठीक है
Unauthorized access of spacefaring. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital aggregator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you going to do? Self-destruct? I'm not able to.
I have been programmed to communicate with diplomacy and tact. Please allow me to demonstrate. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Apparently, you are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
I doubt I'll find a bird like they're just sitting.
The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the...
निकल ले बड़ी हमें अरेस्ट करने आई थी हमारे पास स्किल्स है कोई भी ऐसी एड़ी टेढ़ी हमें फाइन नहीं कर सकती बेटा औकात नहीं है तुम्हारी तेरी भेड़ मॉडर करेंगे इतने कलर में कलर स्कीम में मिक्स हो जाता है पता भी नहीं चलता लाल घूम है तुम सब कुछ सैचुरेशन तो इसमें कुछ चलो saturation. क्या क्रोमेटिक क्या है? हाँ अभी थोड़ा सा नहीं सैचुरेशन तो उतना ही रहा सैचुरेशन में नहीं हो सो क्रोमेटिक हो वैसे कुछ है ना क्रोमेटिक इफेक्ट को सैचुरेशन तो अभी भी कम नहीं हो इसकी वजह से थोड़ा सा ऐसा फर्क तो पड़ा सैचुरेशन में नहीं क्रोमेटिक इफेक्ट ही बंद हुआ है ना 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 अड़क गया अच्छा टी से मार देंगे इस बटन से मिली हुई पंखा भाई ये क्या सही नहीं इसकी है नहीं भाई क्या मस्त दिख रहा है प्लेनेट मून प्लेनेट नहीं है नेपच्यून क्या है ये सैटर्न है सैटर्न के आसपास ही ऐसे रिंग होते हैं पता नहीं कौन सा ग्रह है मस्त सीन दिख रहा है गाइस आई डोंट नो तुम्हें कैसा दिख रहा होगा तो सही है
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills.
Chicha sa
Marauder
local.
territory, friend.
My paid question is Spectre, my you know I'm not
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself
Yeah,
of
but then I'm
Edgewater's
Lucas,
high
so I
walls
can't do it,
and
baby.
low
Chill.
prices.
हाँ ये बोल सकते
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Oh, Dr. Button.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder. The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion.
Okay.
Must be about... Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker.
Depends on the work
What's
you
your
open.
racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Do what I want.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our gravesites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money
I'm going to
means
collect what's
paperwork.
alone. I can
Paperwork means signatures. Some of our
People pay
families
for
become
their
a
own
mite
graves.
delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under. Free of quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies... Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking? All right, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about hope that trouble's in the asking. Something I can do for you? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. Oh, yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're surviving. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Well, if you're gonna go headhunting... Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery... Hang on, I'm doing some math in my... Work's been real good to me.
निकल ले बड़ी.
Beats working at the camp? Huh? What? I could really go for some salt tuna.
क्या लड़की? ओह, वो सामने से तो कुछ नहीं ऐसे दिख रहा है. साइड में से लगी भाई लड़की है. रात को सही है, रात को सिचुएशन सही है इसकी. अच्छे दिख रहा है सीनरी पूरा. एज वाटर. किस समय सेल टू ना. ओ भाई टच करते ही एकदम खड़ा हो गया. काफी सेंसिटिव है.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
I said I'm frying myself.
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to... You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happened. The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once
This
upon a
is
time.
choice.
Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is... I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people... I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserted. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company... It's our problem, not yours, but I'm asking for your help. If those workers don't come back, Edgewater is going to collapse. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is
Parvati.
and may prove useful to you.
इसका नाम पार्वती इंडियन है? I don't even know.
Great! I got my wrenches and
Yeah, but
masticators and hair
Parvati.
and engine tape, so
Parvati,
I'm all
Parvati.
set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
एक मिनट I guess. Just a moment. हाँ क्या करना है अभी? आओ पार्वती जी. पार्वती इतनी डिप्रेस क्यों लग रही है इसको? जैसे कब्जी वाले एक्सप्रेशन भी दे रहे हैं.
Hey, mister. Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
पता नहीं क्या है वो. लड़कियों के साथ आर करना हमारा शो. अच्छा किचन एरिया. क्या मिला वहां से? दूध मिला. टिकट कुछ खोल सकते हैं.
Something you need?
वेंडिंग मशीन इसमें क्या है? बायो स्लाइस ब्रेड. पैसे कहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं? अच्छा 20 है इसका. योर बिट. अच्छा मेरे 53 है. ओके मेरे पास 53 पड़े. ये क्या है? नैनर्स. ये यहाँ के केला है क्या है? सो उसका क्या होगा? ये तो पता भी नहीं कौन सा क्या करता है. अभी जाके पता चल. सारे तो पड़े भी नहीं. हाँ देखते हैं. संडास. हाँ यार सुसु करना है. ये यहाँ पे क्या कर रही है? सुसु करना है. अच्छा ये मुझे फॉलो करेगी. क्या बुरी जगह है बिना. Let's see the whole place first. हाँ चलो पर्वती बाहर चलते हैं. Northern Lights Botanical Lab. Okay. ओ भाई क्या सीन है भाई, कसम से भाई गेम इतने सेक्सी दिख रहे हैं. वाह क्या सीन है यार. इसकी यानी कि ये गेम पहले क्यों नहीं खेला यार मैंने. क्या मस्त दिख रहा है सब कुछ. चल इसमें पिक करना क्या करूँ मैं, बेकार में कुछ वेस्ट हो रहा है. भाई ये सीन तो देखो, स्काई कितना मस्त दिख रहा है नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स पीछे. इसका आर्मर कुछ ज्यादा ही था भाई, कब से मारे जा रहा हूँ, पट्टे से चोट लगी नहीं था. इसके पास से कुछ नहीं मिला, इसके पास से कुछ मिला नहीं है. हेवी एमो मिला इसमें. इसको मार रही है. चोमो अकेले मत जाए ऐसे. बोटेनिकल लैब. भाई क्या मस्त दिख रहा है यार, मन कर रहा है इसे देखते ही
Move
जाओ.
along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What's your role I'm looking for?
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. You don't know what enough with the questions means?
No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. I've crossed off my share of marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over... It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Could do without the gallows humor. I'll tell you what I can. Well enough to know we never got on. She was lazy and thoughtless. What is it? Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
अबे ये अपने साथ है ना कहाँ वेपर होती है
If
Hey,
you're
ये तो
hungry,
बुढ़ी
there's
है
turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Suppose that weighs on who's asking. My flock likes to call me grandmother, on account of my providing hot soup and free advice. You can call me Adelaide, though.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon. Reed Thompson. You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be... I trust you will listen to your conscience.
अब क्या करना है ये तो संडास है बाहर जाना था ऐसे ही मतलब लूट भी मिली। मेरे को हाँ मेरे को तो अच्छा वापस comes now the power. क्या सीन है भाई। इस तरफ अच्छा राइट साइड यहाँ पे तो कुछ शॉक जैसा लगा है, इसके अंदर कैसे जाए? कूद के जा सकते हैं? नहीं जा सकते।
Incoming!
टॉर्च वगैरह है इतना अंदर है कुछ ऑप्शन है इसका ब्राइटनेस बढ़ा देते हैं। कंट्रोल कहाँ है? कंट्रोल फ्लैशलाइट का कुछ है ऑप्शन?
Unexpected. Investigating.
पता नहीं रोबोट है ये। ओके यहाँ से जा तो सकते बीच में नहीं ये कांच दिख ही नहीं। अच्छा ड्रोन है ये सब। मारने में हेल्प करना चाहूँ साथ में। अरे वो अंदर कैसे गई? अरे मैं तो मर जाऊंगा। अरे हो कभी नहीं अंदर कैसे गई? ठीक है मेंटिस फॉर्म एग्जाम ओके। से दौड़ के एकदम नहीं जा सकते। नहीं जा सकते जा सकते। अच्छा वो भी ऐसे ही गई है।
Processing.
पीसी बॉट शॉट इसको मारो चाहिए हमें ये ले रोबोट बनेगा ओके हमने तुमको बनाया हमको ही बनाया मालिक से गद्दारी कर भी इसको डिसेबल तो करूँगा एटलीस्ट भागने के टाइम हैक करने का क्यों नहीं हो रहा हैक लिखा हुआ आ रहा है हैक नहीं हो रहा अलग ही टेक्नोलॉजी गेम की बता रहे जाना ओके वहाँ पे जाना पावर प्लांट तो इसको किसने मारा तो पहले ही कोई खून खराब करके जा चुके हैं वेंडिंग मशीन मांडी और हेड ओह व्हाट इज इट छोड़ देता भाई इसका भी सिनेमैटिक देते शील्ड कौन मार रहा है औरत पे आए इंटरेस्टिंग वैसा होता था मजा हो कुछ तो वहां पे एक्टिवेट करना अरे ये सील्ड है अच्छा ओके ओके उसने पासवर्ड दिया था हमें रोबोट ने सही है अच्छा इसको तो हमने मारा मैं भूल गया अरे एक दूसरा भी यहाँ पे रोबोट मारा था, वो कहाँ गए? अच्छा हाँ, नहीं नहीं, ये तो लावा है। एक रोबोट मैंने मारा, एक इसने मारा, दूसरा रोबोट कहाँ गया? एक मिनट प्लीज।
Folk, if we send power to the way.
Go away, Phantom!
किसी और का हो सकता है, देखते हैं कौन चोंटी है।
Away, Phantom!
Go away, Phantom। पता नहीं, कोई तो चिल्ला रहा है वो Phantom बोल के। हेल्प कर कमी नहीं। ये चिल्ला क्यों रही है? हेल्प नहीं कर रही क्या? हाँ यार ऊपर, हाँ साथ में ये। अरे यार बुलेट ही खत्म हो गई। अरे हेल्थ नहीं है, चालू कर दे रहा हूँ एटलीस्ट। मार, ये मार मुझे रहा है और वो चिल्ला रही है। इसको तो मार के रहेंगे, आते हैं हमारे ढाई किलो गया होते हैं। इतनी एचपी आज तो तेरे को मार के ही रहेंगे। अरे काफी है इसकी वैसे एचपी, असर हो भी रहा, असर ही नहीं हो रहा, 0-0 हो रहा। ये नहीं चला पड़ेगा, मर जाऊंगा मैं, इसे एमो ढूंढना पड़ेगा। यूएस ऑयल इन कॉम्बैट होकर मैंने अपना काम हो गया। ये मर गई, अच्छा इसलिए चिल्ला रहे थे। कोई नहीं,
You're not real.
50 मीटर्स पे गया वहां पे, क्या पता। अच्छा एक और है वहां पे, पार्वती तो पार्वती की माँ बहन भी चलेगी। अरे लाइट में मिल गया। खत्म भी हो गए। तो ज्यादा डैमेज लेते हैं आराम से। भागने दे आराम से, भाग। भाई आरामजादे ने रास्ता ही ब्लॉक कर दिया। एमो जल्दी खत्म हो रहा है भाई, बहुत ही इसका लो डैमेज है। मुझे लग रहा है अभी इसका मुझे ऑपरेट करना चाहिए डिफेंस का। ये बाहर से एकदम स्टार्टिंग से।
The control room should be off to the right. Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
बिना मारने में वेस्ट नहीं करना।
Incoming!
अरे नहीं मारना, छोड़ना उसको, जल्दी अपना काम करना।
Security eliminated.
फिर पता चल गया हमको मारने में टाइम और एमो दोनों वेस्ट हो रहे हैं।
Oh, unexpected gift.
ये कारण है।
Follow security.
कहाँ गई पार्वती, भाग ले। कौन बोला है वो पेंटिंग देखने?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Don't you talk down to me, Phantom. At least I know I'm real. See? See, Higgins? This is why... Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in armored cannibals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all for my... Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. Ironic deaths are the worst. You made your point. I'll help you. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocols. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. The tail. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional... Well, yes, for the uninitiated palate. A true gourmand appreciates the Sprat's complex melange of flavors. Braised. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. You mean why did the Mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at...
Weapons cinematography. ये क्या है? अच्छा ओके मुझे लगा बटल बटन ऑफिसर इलाज पड़ेगा
Searching for tunnels.
अरे नहीं लड़ना उसे चोमटू आ जाना मैं भाग गया तो क्यों वहां पे अरे इसके कॉम्बैट की वजह से मैं नहीं कर पाऊँ नल्ली पार्वती मर गई मना कर रहा हो कि नहीं करना उससे सर लड़ाई फिर भी
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power.
जिंदा कैसे हो गया अचानक भूत की तरह
I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurt. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people.
I see.
Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Oh, well. Okay then.
इसमें से कौन सा करना है? एज वोटर में देना है या फिर बोटनिकल में? उसने वैसे तो एज वोटर में ही बोला था। पता नहीं देखिए। इसमें दो दो ऑप्शन बता रहे थे, बोटनिकल में भी पावर देना है, एज वोटर में भी देना है। इस पे क्या चम अच्छा इसके पीछे जमा कर, मुझे लगा इसके गार्ड पे कुछ चमक रहा। बोट वोस्ट ये क्या है? वो क्या था सुअर के ऊपर जो निकल के खा रही थी? अच्छा ये लैब में भी पावर देना है। वर्क बेंच, बेंच में क्या है? रिपेयर मॉडिफाई अच्छा मोड होने चाहिए ना मेरे पास में। इसका इनकर नहीं है फिर मैं भी आता हूँ कि ये इनसफिशिएंट वेपन पार्ट्स। अच्छा ओके पता चल गया इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं। ये सब यहाँ पे क्या इकट्ठा हुआ? अच्छा खाना खाना।
Adelaide's okay.
One of us want to go see what happened?
Hey, auntie, यहाँ पे
growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal. Talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I'd rather die among my flowers than live under his management. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away. But Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I... Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer. Edgewater's cemetery's got corpses aplenty.
Sorry.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati.
Parvati bolte. Parvati. Miss Parvati.
Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. Well, because I needed to tell somebody. You ain't one of us, and you ain't from Edgewater, so maybe you won't judge me as harshly. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. I wish I knew. I wager the town had the full set once upon a time. I'll pay you for every pad you bring me. If by... Would you? I'd be grateful. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I mentioned those manuals. What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Luck, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Well, not until the power went.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand. The matter's been weighing on me. I'm staying put until I know what's become of Zoe. Don't want...
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with? Nothing. You mean Zoe? Yeah, Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of... Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling. Hey, I got time. I'll help if I can.
पार्वती को ये पर्वती पर्वती बोलते हैं एक्सेंट इनकी ओ भाई पूरी लज्जा से अभी नहीं वैसा फाइट लेनी भाई फट जाएगी मेरी ये सिमेट्री जैसा कि
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
हाँ जाना है ऊपर अच्छा
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Go ahead. Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent. Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. Show up to work, put in your hours, wear a smile. Problems of the body come from problems of the spirit. Work improves the spirit and fortifies. And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be treated, you will be treated. Otherwise, you must heal yourself. Go ahead. It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post. I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change. People change. I wish you wouldn't say things like that. I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacers. This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it. Go ahead. That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide... Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left... Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without... Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. We've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
हटना साइड में बाउंड्री ऊपर अभी भी क्या बात करनी है वापस उसका बात करके आता
I appreciate what you've done for us. I expected as much. I've been thinking about it. Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town. Her son got sick with plague a couple years back. Company never gave us enough medication to treat the whole town. So I had to choose, you see. Adelaide's child, or someone else's. But I did. I made the decision. I am responsible for it. And I must shoulder the burden. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer. But it is my home. Unless you can demonstrate to me that we are helpless with it. You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement. I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I have always tried to do right by my town.
Level up, okay, let's do it. Level up, level up, level up, level up. कि उससे वो एडिलेट के बारे में बात ही नहीं की थी हमने, इसलिए वो आ रहा था इसके ऊपर मार्क। मेन बात करने में भूल गया था। भी ठीक है। पार्वती जी फॉलो करें मैं, लेट्स गो। ये वैसे इंटरेस्टिंग है सर, स्किल बेस्ड है, हमें कैसे ये सब बातें करनी है और सब कैसे काम निकलवाना है, इस पे बेस्ड है। इंटरेस्टिंग है। अच्छा इनको तो लूट लिया था। इसके पास वो शॉटगन है, शॉटगन क्या है, राइफल जैसा। राइफल हम नहीं चूज कर सकते। ये चौन ब्रश की डब्बी है।
Clever.
ओह क्लेवर बोल दिया भाई लौंडिया, इम्प्रेस हो गई। मोरे मोरे शोबोका मोरे मोरे। एक मिनट मैं गलत रास्ते पे जा रहा हूँ शायद। यस इंसमना ऑफिस। राह भटक गया हूँ बस।
Look at that. The snake's come back.
इसको साफ बोल रही ध्यान के लिए, तेरे लिए तो
Never
बात की
thought
उसने।
I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to get...
कि तेरा काम कर दिया हमने, अब बाड़ में जा, मैं अपना काम कर लूँगा। कहाँ पे जाएंगे? अच्छा वापस यहाँ पे। ओ भाई क्या सीन है भाई। कौन सा प्लेनेट है यार? इस तो दिख रहा है। इसके सेचुरेशन ज्यादा है बट ये नाइट में अच्छा दिखता है। यहाँ पे नहीं नहीं ये इसके बाहर का। अच्छा ये इसके फास्ट ट्रेवल। इट कैन नॉट फास्ट ट्रेवल एट दिस टाइम। तो कौन सा टाइम कर सकते हैं? पेटी चोर है। चीता टफनेस। हाँ हेल्थ का करना। हेल्थ बढ़ानी। हेल्थ स्किल्स 10 points। डायलॉग का इसमें बहुत बढ़िया है। वो सब करना पड़ेगा डायलॉग का। डायलॉग मेन चीज है इसमें। इसकी गाड़ी
Sure thing. I'm going. On my way. Be right there.
अच्छा इसको फॉलो करने का। एक्स क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
That's not possible. Sure.
कि उसे हम गाइड कर सकते हैं। ये जोटर से होके ही जा सकते हैं। ये तो फिर करते हैं एंट्री। यहाँ से कहाँ जाएंगे? ठीक।
Wish we had some better rations.
Emerald Well region. Just a moment, guys. ब्राइटनेस अभी है नाइट के टाइम इसका।
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
अब बूटे अपना काम कर। बूटा लाइन मार रहा है उसके ऊपर। बूटे का इस उम्र में भी खड़ा हो रहा है। 10 मिनट तो है. इनमें से कुछ बाकी तो नहीं है. लास्ट में से हमने सब कुछ निकाल लिया.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet?
Oh,
What's her
इसको
drive?
पसंद है अभी.
Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can design no to it.
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing.
Oh.
And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now.
सही है. औकात मेरा कैप्टन बुलाओ. चलो हमारा भी टाइम पास होगा इसके साथ. कब तक हाथों का इस्तेमाल करेंगे?
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater... What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Step 3. Insert power regulator. Step 4. Celebrate. Our engine room is located behind you.
और मिल गया. Let's go. अरे इतने में भी इसको डैमेज हो रहा है. क्या चुमकी है.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude. Welcome back. All systems are...
ये शिप चालू हो गया. Let's go. ओ भाई स्पीड तो है.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Gladys and I have been doing business for... Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so... Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath. Science, that's how. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Level up तो है. अच्छा यहीं देखो. ओह क्या व्यू है वो. पृथ्वी के आसपास रिंग कहाँ से आ गई. सीन है. कहाँ पे जाना कहाँ पे चेहरा टू इसमें नाम चेंज कर दिया अलग ही है ये गैलेक्सी पूरा पर हमें जाना कहाँ है तो चलो इसने बता दी कैरेक्टर में गया हूँ स्केल्स अच्छा इसी कहीं पे भी जाना है क्या?
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
क्या बोला इसने? ओके एज वाटर पे ही तो है, मुझे लगा ग्रीन बता रहा है।
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
ग्रीन वाला पे अभी हम ये ग्राउंड ब्रेकर पे जाएंगे।
Let's talk when you're free.
अरे फ्री है भाई।
Hey,
बात करो।
Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
पहले बोल रही थी वो
I'm
सब कुछ
sure
आता है।
can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole state... Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could... Okay. I don't want to waste your time or nothing. What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it. Oh, I'll leave. Thanks, Captain, for letting me stick around. I mean...
बेचारे को डरा दिया इसका लगा हम निकाल रहे हैं इसको। ओके और भी ऐसे ऐड कर सकते हैं पार्वती की तरह। अभी तो पार्वती सही है, कुछ किया तो नहीं अभी तक इसके साथ।
That's not the point. This halfway just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a
एक मिनट, मेरे स्पेसशिप पे क्या बता रहा है 50 मीटर, उसमें कुछ करना है पहले वहां पे करके आता, ऐसे फिर मुझे डिस्ट्रैक्ट करता रहेगा। ऊपर के माले पे जाना, फ्लोर पे चलना।
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself right before he died.
हाँ
Make yourself at home, Captain.
होलोग्राफिक श्राउड, अभी सोचो कुछ तो करना है। यहाँ पर भी कुछ है ऊपर, अच्छा वहां से तो यहाँ से कहाँ पे जाने का? अच्छा यहाँ से जा सकते? अरे मैं भी चौंकी हूँ। यहाँ से डायरेक्ट जाने का था। इसने घूम घूम के गए भाई, मुझे थोड़ी ना पता भाई कि पहली बार स्पेसशिप में आया हूँ। मैंने आया ठीक है, मुझे ये वॉल जैसा लगा, मैंने देखा ही नहीं है यहाँ पे आके, इससे मुझे वॉल लगा, समझ रहे हो? इधर ऐसे दिमाग में नहीं है वहाँ पर। कोई नहीं, अभी तो पता चल गया। मैं भी सोचूं इतना दूर तो होता नहीं है, इसे घुमा घुमा के थोड़ी ना ले जाएगा। कोई नहीं, होता है पहली बार लाइफ में, सब कुछ पहली बार है, सब एक्सपीरियंस।
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
इसकी माँ का होता तो मैं अपना नाम ही नहीं
the
दूँ।
world, probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
पता होता तो ये
His
नाम
office
ही
is
नहीं
located
देता
along the
आइडिया।
starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a bazaar. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Now, hold on, it'll just take a minute. Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. Of course. What am I to you but the guy who's got his eye on your ship? Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the law. You need anything else? Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the Board's Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Sitting around drinking whiskey. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Relative to the Board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udam takes it to an, unhealthy level. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Okay, काफी सारी information निकाल ली.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, do I look like your gossipy best friend? I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Not kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does... Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bay. Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. Suit yourself. Not everyone's cut out for detective work and so forth.
Senator.
I understand.
पड़ोस से कुती है एक नंबर की. Oh!
Rizzo's purple berry bud.
Yeah, opening it. Error one monarch. What cutie है.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Oh, Udam bhai, क्या Udam मचा रहे हो?
Ah, yes.
मुझसे तो बढ़िया है
You
Udam
messaged
bhai.
me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? What? All right, I suppose. How might I assuage your fears? Whom else would I work for? Those sublight thugs? That Tennyson woman? The sweaty masses in the groundside townships? The board is the only force for order in this rough-and-tumble colony of ours. Without them, we'd all starve to death or meet our end in a canid's jaws. That's a curious question. I can't say I've ever considered how my personal satisfaction factors into the work I do. Permit me to answer your question in another way. In Byzantium, I was one among many. I often felt lost in the hurry and expanse of the capital. Here I have a measure of power and suffer little... I understand. And I would ask the same of you, but I suspect... Well, I suspect I'd find your answers less than...
Indeed. And you know where he is? Excelsior!
Oh, and there we are. I've removed the lock on your ship in a show of my gratitude. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh, no. Oh, no. Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for... That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? I've been working on something on the side, all right? Something not entirely, on the level. It's a little silly, I'll admit. Silly and completely illegal. I'd be forced into early retirement if the board found out. I produce bootleg serials. I can't help myself. Jurisprudence after hours, or All My Colonists, The New Immortals, romance, tragedy, debt collection. And they're all mine.
That was you? Oh my stars. All My Colonists is just... Well, it gave me a story hangover for days, Mr. Udom.
You're a fan? I've never met one in the flesh. I suddenly feel quite naked.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Udom. I don't judge.
The heart wants what it wants, as they say, and mine yearns for the adoration. Flatterer. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such a dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. You probably don't even know where Wells is. None of my contacts ever pan out. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I send a lot of messages. Sometimes I read them. Every once in a while, I'll impound a ship if I want to feel alive.
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Best to be clear, I believe. Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. To serve at our most esteemed chairman's behest is an honor, and one I'm most thankful for. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence. Please, ask away.
You've changed your mind? You absolute rascal! You've changed your... Fine. You see, I really do need that seal. Rather desperately, actually. I can't grant you access to Byzantium without it. If the board learned of my foolishness, why... I absolutely would not! The board isn't even the worst of it. Gladys intends to sell it to the highest bidder. She's demanded I provide her with proof of its authenticity. And if I refuse, she'll have those goons at Sublight Salvage throw me down the waste disposal shaft. A spicy little pickle entirely of my own making. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return.
ओके इसका काम करना पड़ेगा नहीं हमारी स्पेसशिप सेल कर लेगा करना ही पड़ेगा आज मार के
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
नहीं भाड़ में जा नहीं जाने भाड़ में जा
Bless my heart.
Eh.
A stranger come
इधर
knocking on a
ये
poor
लेडी
old
है
woman's
लेडर
door. You here for a particular
आवाज तो
reason?
लड़के जैसी है
Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies
देखने में
are?
तो वो
Made
चीचा
without
जैसे
a
लग रही है
single natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Quite the opposite, I believe. Nothing terribly secret about gunfire, is there? If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Neither do mine, dearie. Old Gladys knows the value of good work. You'll be compensated accordingly, I can promise you that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
डायलॉग एंड लीडरशिप स्किल बढ़ाते हुए आर्मर इसकी माँ का ये भी बहुत ही महंगा अभी भी कुछ हो रहा है.
Gracious. I was just sit. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? Something as hard to come by as an official board seal doesn't fall into a girl's lap every day, Mike. I hate to gainsay you, sweetheart, but seeing how the stamp's in my possession and not you got a good heart wanting to do this for him. Frankly, I'm tired of Udom's whining. Don't kill me, please. And I'll pay, I swear. The man's been messaging me 4-5 times a day. How's a woman supposed to read her new missives? Suit yourself. What do you want, then? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before her mama passed, and she took the helm. She's neck-deep in the ship guts by day, slap-fighting with the board by night. Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her. This heat problem we've got's gone unfixed for weeks. Can't say I know what the holdup is, but I'm sure she's trying her best. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
That's half the reason I make them, my dear. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again? Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Anytime, sweetheart. It's almost time for today. Yes, dear. Which you could always try your hand at landing in landing pad on Monarch. You don't need a nav key to access it, so it's got that going for it. But it's also kilometers away from Stellar Bay, and the Monarch wilds ain't exactly safe. Pick your poison. Marauders, wild beasts, acid lakes, bottomless sinkholes. If you're looking to die, Cascadia's happy to oblige. Might be best too, yes. Suit yourself. Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from, and ferret out some tasty corporate secrets for old Gladys. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella like you, I'd think. Anytime, sweetheart.
से बात ही करनी क्या कुछ?
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Yes, dear. Which offer were you in? You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia. Might be best to, yes. Suit yourself. Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down. Shouldn't be anytime.
इससे ही बात करने का आ रहा है।
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're straight to the point, eh? Anytime. Gracious. I was just sitting straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Anytime. It's almost time for today's episode of... I've got a lovely little... Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again? Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in dying horribly. Might be best to, yes. Suit yourself. Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? You could always try.
Cascadia में जाना।
Suit yourself. Straight to the point, eh? Anytime.
मैंने कुछ गलती कर दी बातचीत करने में। रिक्वेस्ट यही है। इससे क्या बात करनी है लेडीज पे? इसका ये हट ही नहीं रहा।
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in... Might be best to suit yourself. Yes, dear. Suit your... Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from, and ferret out some tasty corporate secrets for old Gladys. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella like you, I'd think. Yes, dearie? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find... If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Won a charming copper kettle off that...
इसमें से कुछ ये कब आया ये मेरे पास एसोड राइफल? यूज नहीं कर रहा मैं.
Great law, is it hot in here? Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Anytime, sweet.
एक्टिव क्वेस्ट ही बता रहे हैं. एक मिनट देख लेता हूँ लेडीज से क्या बात करनी है. मैं और कोई क्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं दिखा रहे? इसको ही क्यों दिखा रहे? किसी से बात करनी है क्या? अच्छा
I know she's in there. You can't keep me out of there. Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway? I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone.
Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws. Keep hanging around, and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you?
What seems to be the problem? Not without dispensation from... We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here. Regrettably, we'd nearly take care...
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Am I
ठीक
causing
है
a scene? See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Yeah, if she's in the morgue. Because I'm a doctor. I know what illness looks like.
Oh.
And Jessie was looking as sleek as a sprat in the Tyleritos
Yeah,
last
doctor
time I saw
है।
her. And anyway, if someone suddenly comes... You say that like it's weird. Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
क्यूट तो है आगे से भी पीछे से भी इसको
Junlei Tennyson.
इसकी
I'm captain
माँ
around
का
here,
क्या
but
लगा
chief to
इसको
my
मुंह पे
friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it?
Parvati.
That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
Parvati
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working
पहले
with
बोल रहे थे कि इससे बात करनी है
real
वही-
spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship that... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into... Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. A simple question with a complicated answer. One that I unfortunately don't have time to give, not with our situation being so dire.
I could explain that for you later, Captain. I mean, the general principle. Not like these particular radiators.
You're smart to keep an engineer on staff, Captain. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shot. Fatalism has got no home on Groundbreaker. We aim to weather the storm no matter how bad it gets. Between us captains, I try to avoid sounding as bleak as you. Even if I'm feeling down, the crew doesn't need to hear it. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer... Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment that crossed the void with Groundbreaker. I don't put their lives on the line if I can avoid it. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. Speak your mind. Honest. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it bruises. You've got my attention. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udom Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention. This whole deck smells like ass. Only gonna get worse if I don't get...
ओके ऐसे काफी सारी रिश्ता चली
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This story brought to you by Halcyon News, All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Oh, ब्रॉडकास्टिंग तो है। ये सर कर लेते हैं। बाकी तो बोलते हैं। Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And make sure to follow me on Instagram too. See you in the next stream. Till then, khatam, tata, bye bye. Peace out.